X and Y are the 8 persons seated in a straight line facing towards north. Now it is clearly specified that all the persons are facing towards north. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then, but not necessarily hand side of X, at least to the left hand side of X. Now if X is here, 1, 2, L sits out to the left of X. And V sits out to the right of X. V sits out to the right of X. Hence, so how many persons were included in this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 persons. In total, we are having 8 persons. If we start L at this place, 1, 2, X will be here, and 1, 2, V will be here. This is one possibility. Then what is the second possibility here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now L can be at the second place. If L is at the second place, X will be here and V will be here. Hence, so how many possibilities do we have? 2 possibilities. Then, and afterwards, what is the other information here? L sits out to the left of X, V sits out to the right of X, W sits second to the left of J. Now this W is seated second to the left hand side of J. J is not an immediate neighbor of X. J cannot be in these 2 places. J is not an immediate neighbor of X. Similarly, J is not an immediate neighbor of X. J cannot be here as well. Isn't it? Then, what are the possibilities here? W and J. J cannot be here. J cannot be here as well. Isn't it? J cannot be here. Then, can J be here? Tell me whether J can be here. No. If J is here, then W and X must be in the same place, which is not possible. Hence, the only possibility for the J is here, and W will be at this place. Then, coming to the second one, J. Can J be here? J cannot be here as well. Because if J is here, W and X must be in the same place. And J cannot be here. The only place left for the J is here, and W will be at this place. And only 2 people in between W and Y. 2 people between W and Y. As W is here, Y will be here. 2 people between W and Y. W and Y, exactly 2 people. And K is not an immediate neighbor of V. As K is not an immediate neighbor of V, K cannot be at this place, hence K will be here. If K is here, then who is the person left over? M will be here. And K is not an immediate neighbor of V, isn't it? Hence, K can be either at this place or this place in case number 1. And neither K nor M is an immediate neighbor of Y. Now, here either K or M will be here. Between these 2 persons, neither K nor M is an immediate neighbor of Y. Hence, this condition is completely ruled out. Hence, first case is ruled out. Now, we are left with only one case. What is that one? W, L, J, Y, X, K, M, V. Then, question number 66. How many persons are seated in between K and W? How many persons are seated in between K and W? Now here, how many are there in between K and W? There are 4 persons. 4 persons in between K and W. That is choice 3. Choice 3. Then question number 67. Now in the 67, what is the position of J with respect to X? The position of J with respect to X, 1, 2, that is second to the left. Second to the left, and it is given in choice 1. Question number 67, it is choice 1. 68. Now in the 68, who among the following sit exactly between L and X? Exactly between L and X. Then who is the persons here? J and Y are the persons. J and Y, that is choice 3. That means the persons in between L and X are J and Y. Then question number 69. Based on the above arrangement, which of the following is true with respect to M? M sits at one of the extreme ends of the line. Is it true? No. Next one, only 3 people in between M and L. 3 between M and L is ruled out because there are 4 in between M and L. And 3 persons sit between M and L. Choice 2 and choice 3 are one of the same. Now choice 3. Both J and X are the immediate neighbors of M. J and X are the immediate neighbors of M is ruled out. K sits to the immediate left of M. K is to the immediate left of M, definitely true, and it is given in choice 4. Then question number 70. Which of the following pairs of people represents the person seated at the extreme ends of the line? At the extreme ends of the line, who are those 2 persons? W and V are the 2 persons. W and V, and it is given in choice 2. Now this is about question number 66 to 70. Based on a row arrangement, 8 persons facing towards north. Done with this? Then 71 onwards. Now question number 71 to 75. 10 persons Z, Y, X, W, V, that means Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z in the reverse order, are seated around a rectangular table. 2 persons are seated on each of the longer sides. Now let us take this is a rectangular table. 2 persons along each of the longer sides and 1 person along each of the shorter side. And the remaining 4 persons are seated at the corners. This is how these 8 persons were seated, isn't it? Then are seated, all are facing towards the center. Z sits third to the right of H and H is facing E. Now in these type of questions, the first information what you are supposed to check out is whether any person is facing at the center or at the corner is given or not, isn't it? Is there any information regarding that one? Is there any person facing at the center? 1 minute. I will draw a bigger one. No. Is there any information regarding this one? U is seated at one of the corners. As U is seated at one of the corners, now I am fixing this U at this place, isn't it? At any one of the 4 corners. And is south to the right of Q. And is south to the right of Q, hence Q must be here. As Q is here, then, and Q is not a neighbor of, and is south to the right of Q, Q is not a neighbor of Z or S. Now this Q is not a neighbor of Z or S, Z or and S cannot be here, and Z and S cannot be here as well, isn't it? Hence, Z and S cannot be in these 2 places. 2 persons in between Z and Y. Then coming to the first information, Z is seated third to the right of H. Now Z is seated third to the right of H. If H is here, Z is seated third to the right of H. H is facing E. Okay, Z is to the right of H. H who is facing E is clearly given. Now here H is nowhere clearly given. Now this H is nothing but S, isn't it? And S who is facing E, E is nothing but V. Okay. Now just make a small correction in this one. Now here these 2 are not H and E, and these are nothing but S and V. Clear? Now, what is the information here? Z is seated third to the right of S. If S is here, 1, 2, 3, Z is seated third to the right of S. And S is facing whom? S is facing V. S is facing V. Clear? Then, S cannot be at this place. S cannot be at this place. Then, S can be at this place or not? S can be at this place. If S is here, 1, 2, 3, Z will be here. Isn't it? And S is facing V. This is one possibility. Then let us go for one more possibility. What is the other possibility here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now I am checking out S. Isn't it? Now U is at this place and Q is at this place. And what is the other information here? S. Now Z and S cannot be in these 2 places. And we have already taken S at this place. Now tell me whether S can be at this place or not. The next one, I am checking out for the remaining possibilities for this S. Now tell me whether S can be here or not. No. Why? Because S and V are opposite to each other, hence S cannot be here. As S cannot be here, then tell me whether S can be here or not. S. If S is here, then Z will be here. Isn't it? And S is opposite to whom? S is opposite to V. S is opposite to V and Z sits third to the right of S. Now this is what the information given. And next one. Any other information here? And R sits to the immediate. Now here, tell me whether Z can be at this place. Z can be here. If Z is at this place, at this corner, can Z be at the corner? Now if Z is at this, S is at this place, 1, 2, 3, Z will be here. If Z is here, then these 2 persons are opposite, is also Z and S cannot be in this place. S, are you following or not? Now here, what are we checking out here? We are checking out the different possibilities for S and Z. First we have checked out whether S can be here or not. S cannot be here. S cannot be here, cannot be here. Now S can be here, cannot be here. S cannot be here. That's what we have checked out, isn't it? Then the next one. S cannot be here in this case, and S cannot be here. Why? If S is here, then Z will be at this place, which is ruled out. Finally, we are left with only two possibilities. This is the first possibility, and this is the second possibility. Then, two persons are in between Z and Y. Two persons in between Z and Y. Z is here. Left hand side in this case is not possible, hence right hand side, Z and Y, two people. Now two people between Z and Y. Now in this case, Y and S must be on the same place, hence Y must be here. Are you following this one or not? Two people in between Z and Y. X is not a neighbor of U or Z. Now this X is not a neighbor of U or Z. Now sir, in this case, X cannot be at this place, X cannot be here, isn't it? And X cannot be here as well. Then what is the only possibility left for this one? X must be here, isn't it? X is not a neighbor of U or Z, and X is not a neighbor of U or Z. X is not a neighbor of U or Z. X cannot be at this place, and X cannot be at this place. X cannot be in these two. As X cannot be in these two, then what are the possibilities left over here? X can be either here or X can be either here, isn't it? Two possibilities left here. Now in this case, in the first case, we are left with only two possibilities. Then Q is not a neighbor of Z or S. Two persons in between Z and Y. X is not a neighbor of U or Z. T and U do not sit together. T and U do not sit together. R is not seated at one of the corners. R is not seated at one of the corners, and one more information is that R sits to R's immediate neighbor faces T. R's immediate neighbors faces T, and R is not at the corner, hence R cannot be here. R cannot be here, and R cannot be here. Hence R can be either here or here. Only two possibilities. Then if R is at this place, if R is here, R's immediate neighbor is either Y or Q, out of which Y's opposite is already U is there. Now R's immediate neighbor is what? Q. Then T must be here. But whereas T and U do not sit together, as T and U do not sit together, R cannot be at this place as well. As R cannot be here, R cannot be here, then what is the only place left for this R? R must be at this place. If R is here, R's immediate neighbors U and Z. U's opposite Y is already there, but whereas R's immediate neighbor is Z, and Z's opposite T will be here. And X is not an immediate neighbor of Z. X cannot be at this place, hence X will be here. If X is here, then who is the person left over? W is the person left over. Now that is about the first case. Then coming to the second case, now in this one, let us discuss how X is already finalized. Now we are left with R. Then R's immediate neighbor faces T, and R cannot be at the end. That means R can be either at the shorter end. Now if R is here, immediate neighbors of R are Z and X. Now the Z and X's opposite persons were already there, hence R cannot be here. R cannot be here. And similarly, if you take R at this place, then R's immediate neighbors are Y and U, and these neighbors are already there. Hence opposite to R's neighbor faces T is completely ruled out in this case. Okay? Or else if you take R at this place, R ekkada unde chance unda? There is no possibility for this one. Hence finally we are left with only one case. Clear now? Now according to first case, now let us check out the questions here. Now question number 71. What is the position of T with respect to V? Position of T with respect to V, second right, and it is given in choice 1. 71. Now question number 72. Who sits third to the right of Q? Third to the right of Q, U. U, that is given in choice 3. And question number 73. Now in this 73, 4 are the following. Odd one out. Q, V, S, W, R. Q, V, R, S. Q, V, R, S. All these persons are at the centers and W is at the corner. Except W, the remaining 4 persons are at the centers, W is at the corner, hence it is the odd one. Then question number 74. How many persons are seated between S and U? If there is no person in between S and U, then what is your answer here? None. That is choice 5. Because S and U are immediate, adjacent to each other, neighbors. Then question number 75. Now in this 75, In which of the following group is the third person seated exactly in between the first and the second? Now third person is Q. Now this Q must be in between T and X. Q is in between T and X. Definitely true or not? Definitely true. Now the third person. Who is the third person here? Q is the third person. Now this third person Q is seated in between. This Q is seated in between X and T. T and X. Hence definitely true. Hence choice 1 is the answer. Done? Now this is about question number 71 to 75. Then 76. Now question number 76. A person starts walking from his home towards a club. He walks for 20 meters towards east. Now let us take this is the starting point. From here, first he walks 20 meters towards east. He takes 90 degrees left and walks for 30 meters. Left hand side 30 meters. He then takes a 90 degrees right turn and walks for 10 meters. Right hand side 10 meters. He walks for 15 meters after taking 90 degrees left hand side 15 meters, isn't it? After taking 90 degrees left hand. Now turning 90 degrees towards his left again, he walks for 30 meters, isn't it? Now from here, what is the distance he traveled here? 30 meters towards left hand side. 30. He walks 30 meters to reach the club. Finally, A is the starting point and B is the club. Then, how far and in which direction is the club from his home? Yes, tell me, how far is it from the home? If you observe here, the horizontal distance. How many horizontal distances do we have? 3. Out of which this is pointing towards east. And this is pointing towards east. These two are pointing towards the same direction, hence 10 plus 20 plus 10, 30. And but where this is odd, this is opposite to this one. Hence 30 minus 30, horizontal distance has become nullified. Hence these two persons are according to the vertical line. Now what is the total vertical distance here? This is 30 and this is 15. Both these two are pointing towards one direction, and 30 plus 15, 45. Then how far and in which direction is the club from his house? Now this B is in which direction from A? B is towards north. Hence 45 meters north. 45 meters north, choice 3. 45 meters north, choice 3 is the answer, 76. Then 77. Now question number 77. Now question number 77 to 81. Now in this 77 to 81, inequalities. Now K and U. What is the relation between K and U here? K and U. K is here and U is here. What is the element which is common here? R is common. Now R lesser than K, that's what the conclusion we can get from the first one. And R is greater than U. As R is greater than U, U is lesser than R. U lesser than R lesser than K. Finally, U is lesser than K, which implies that K is greater than U is definitely true. Hence, first conclusion definitely follows. Then coming to the second one, second conclusion, the relation between X and G. Now, what is the element which is common between these two? P is common. Now, between P and G, what is the element here? P is lesser than or equals to G. P is lesser than or equals to G. And X and P, X is lesser than P, X is lesser than. X lesser than P lesser than or equals to G. Hence, X is lesser than G, definitely true. Hence, conclusion 1 as well as 2 follows. Both 1 and 2, choice 1. Question number 77, it is choice 1. Then 78. Now in this question number 78, now the relation between S and I. Where is I? I is somewhere here and S is here. What is the element which is common? P is common. Now the relation between P and S cannot be identified because one greater than, one lesser than, two opposite symbols. Hence, first conclusion does not follow. Then what happened to the second one here? Now in second one, E and H. Now between E and H, if you observe here, what is the symbol which is common? Greater than is common. Hence, E greater than H definitely true. Hence, only 2 follows, that is choice 1 is the answer. Clear now? Question number 78, it is choice 1. Then 79. Now in this question number 79, what is the answer? A and M. M is here, A is here. The element which is common is, forget about this equal to M is greater than A lesser than M, definitely true. Then coming to the second one, J lesser than or equals to S. As J is lesser than or equals to S, where is J? J is here. And which element is common between these two? P is common. Now P to S, what is the relation here? No relation between these two, greater than and lesser than. Two opposite symbols, no relation, hence only conclusion 1 is true. It is given in choice 1. Question number 79, choice 1, 80. Now what about this 80? Now in this question number 80, lesser than or equals to is given. Now the relation between G and V. Now V greater than or equals to E, V greater than or equals to E, and E greater than or equals to G. Hence V greater than or equals to G. Hence G is either lesser than or equals to V. Hence either conclusion 1 or conclusion 2, it is given in choice 5. Question number 80. Then 81. Now in this question number 81, the relation between P and L. Now here there is 1 lesser than, 1 greater than, two opposite symbols, no relation between these two. Now the relation between second R and X. Now in R and X, X is here, R is here. What is the element which is common here? R to P, isn't it? P to X. Now P and R, what is the relation here? There is two opposite symbols, no relation. Hence neither 1 nor 2 follows. Then what is your answer here? Choice 2 is the answer. Clear now? Now this is about question number 81. Then 82 onwards. Now question numbers 82 and 86. S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z are seated around a circular table. How many persons are there? 8 persons. Now these 8 persons are facing towards the center? No. Some of them are facing the center and some of them are facing away from the center. Now in these type of questions, whenever towards the center and outside is given, first always check out for the information whether any person is facing towards the center or away from the center is given or not. Now in this one, what is given here? U faces the center is clearly given. Now U will be at this place. And Z sits out to the right of you, Z will be here. Isn't it? U is facing the center and Z sits out to the right of you, that means anti-clockwise. And only one person between Z and X. One person between Z and X means how many possibilities we can have? We can have 2 possibilities. X can be here, that is the first possibility, and the second possibility 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now U is facing the center and Z will be here, then X will be here, isn't it? Because only one person between Z and X, either in the clockwise or in the anti-clockwise direction to Z, is X. And T sits second to the left of X. As T is seated second to the left of X, and T and X face the same direction. T and X are facing the same direction. As T and X are facing the same direction, then T and X, T sits second to the left of X. As T is seated second to the left of X, as X is here. Now tell me whether X can be towards the center? No. If X is towards the center, then Z and T must be in the same place, which is ruled out. Hence X cannot be here. X cannot be facing towards the center. Hence X must be away from the center. If X is away from the center and T sits second to the left of Z, then T will be at this place. Then coming to this one, here X. Can X faces away from the center? If X is away from the center, then Z and T must be in the same place, which is not possible. And this X is not facing away from the center, and this X must be towards the center. If X is towards the center, T sits second to the left of X. And it is also clearly given T and X are facing the same direction. Hence here X is facing away, T is facing away. In the second case, X is facing the center and T is facing the center. Then T sits second and T and X face the same direction. S sits to the immediate left of W. Now S is to the immediate left of W means S and W must be in the same, must be adjacent to each other. S and W, hence in this case S and W must be in these two places. But as here, SW can be here, SW can be here, or SW can be here, because there are 3 vacant places. Now S sits to the immediate left of W, W and X face same direction. Now W and X are facing the same direction. Now X is away, hence this W must also be away from the center. As W is away from the center, then tell me whether W can be at this place, or not. If W is here, Now this W and X are facing the same center, isn't it? Or can W at this place? At this place. W cannot be at this place. If W is here, then W faces the center. If W is facing the center, then S is to the immediate left of W. S is to the immediate left of W. S and U must be in the same place, which is not possible. Are you following or not? Hence, W cannot be at this place. As W cannot be at this place, then where should this W? W must be at this place. Then W here. If W is here, this W is facing the center. Then S will be at this place. And take it. S sits to the immediate left of W. Afterwards, W and X are facing the same direction. As W and X are facing the same direction, then what happened to this one? This case is completely ruled out, because if W is at this place, then this W must be away from the center. If W is away from the center, S and Z must be in the same place, okay, which is not possible. Hence, that case is W cannot be at this place. As W cannot be at this place, now let us check out whether W can be at this place or not, okay, in this case. Now, if W is here, now this W and X are facing, W is facing away from the center. Then here S will be here. Then S is to the immediate left of W. Then coming to this one, W and X are facing the same center. Now X is facing the center. Now in this one W. Now W must also face the center, but whereas W cannot be here. If W is here, W is also facing the center, then Z and S must be in the same place, which is not possible. Then can W here? S. If W is here, S can be here. Or if W is here, S can be here. How many possibilities? Two possibilities are as it is. And V sits second to the left of S. As V is seated second to the left of S, in the first case, V will be here, because V sits second to the left of S. Now in this case, now in the second case, W cannot be here. There are two possibilities for this W. That's what we have discussed, isn't it? Now W and X are facing the same direction. Now as X is facing the center, now I am fixing W in the, W is towards the center. If W is towards the center, then S will be here, isn't it? If S is here, S is seated, S sits to the immediate left of W, W and X are facing the same direction. Then what is the other information here? V sits second to the left of S. V sits second to the left of S, V must be either here or here, which is not possible. Hence, W cannot be at this place. Are you following this one or not? As W cannot be here, then the other possibility for this W. Then what is the other possibility for this W here? W must be at this place. If W is here, W facing the center, then S will be here. If S is here, S sits to the immediate left of W. V sits second to the left of S. V is seated second to the left of S. V can be either here or V can be here. Again, two possibilities. If S is facing the center, V will be here. Or if S is facing away from the center, V will be here. Then this is what the information given. Then who is the person left over here? T, U, V, W, T, U, V, W, X, Y. Y will be at this place. Then any information, Z sits out to the right of U. U faces the center, one person between Z and X. One in between Z and X. T sits second to the left of X. And T and X face the same directions. S sits to the immediate left of W. And W and X face same directions. W and X are facing the same direction. V sits second to the left of S. That's also true. V is not an immediate neighbor of W. S and V is not an immediate neighbor of W. Next, Y sits second to the right of V. Y sits second to the right of V. If V is at this place or V is at this place, in both the cases, Y must be here or here, which is not possible. And the second case is completely ruled out, isn't it? And whatever this one, Y sits second to the right of V. As Y sits second to the right of V, V must be facing the center and Y will be second to the right. Clear now? Hence, though we have started with some 3 to 4 possibilities, out of which all these possibilities were ruled out, and finally we are left with only one case. Then in this case, then what is the other information here? Immediate neighbors of S face opposite. Who are the immediate neighbors of S? W and Z. These two persons are opposite. W is facing away, hence Z is facing towards the center. And immediate neighbors of T face same direction. T's immediate neighbors face same direction, hence U and Y are facing the same direction. Clear now? This is how these 8 persons are seated around this circular table. Some of them are towards the center and some of them are away from the center. Then question number 82. Now in this question number 82, how many people in the given arrangement facing the center? How many are facing the center? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 persons are facing towards the center, that is given in choice 1. 82 choice 1. 83, what is V's position with respect to T? V's position with respect to T, 1, 2, 3, third right. Now third right, and it is given with choice. Choice 3 is the answer. 83, it is choice 3. 84, who sits second to the right of W? Seated second to the right of W, T sits second to the right of W, that is choice 4. Then question number 85. Now in this 85, 4 out of the following. 4 out of the following W. W is facing away, and X is facing away, S is facing away, T is facing away, and V is facing the center. Except V. The remaining 4 persons are facing away from the center, and V is facing towards the center. 85. Then question number 86. Which of the following is true regarding Y as per the given arrangement? Only one person sits between Y and S. Is true or false? It is false because Y and S are opposite. U is one of the immediate neighbors of Y. That's also false. And Y faces outside. That is false. 3 people between Y and W. 3 in between Y and W, that is also false. T sits to the immediate right of Y. T is to the immediate right of Y is definitely true. Choice 5. Question number 86, it is choice 5 is the answer. Done with this circular arrangement. Some people are facing the center and some people are facing away from the center. Clear? Then after this question number 87 onwards. Now in this question number 87 onwards, what is the information given in this one? 87. M, N, O, P, Q, R and S live on 7 different floors of a building but not necessarily in the same order, isn't it? Hence in total how many floors are there? There are 7 floors. Now 7 floors, 7, 6, whenever floor arrangement is given, always start from the middle. Why? Because there is possibility of drawing 2 possibilities. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In total 7 floors are there. Among these 7 floors, okay, let us take 2 possibilities. Now in these 2 possibilities, the person and what is the other parameter here? The first one is the person and the second one is what? And the cartoon character. Cartoon character is given. Person and the cartoon character is given. Then if there is one more possibility, we can start from here. Person and the cartoon character. Then in this one, the one who likes Tweety lives on floor number 5. The one who likes Tweety lives on floor number 5, and this is floor number 5. Tweety will be here. Tweety, and only one person between one person lives between N and the one who likes Tweety. N and the one who likes Tweety. Tweety is 5. One person means N can be on the 3rd or N can be on the 7th, isn't it? Hence, how many possibilities do we have? We have some 2 possibilities. Hence, we are drawing the second possibility here. The person who likes Tweety lives on 5th floor. One person in between Tweety and N. That is, either N can be 7 or 3rd. Then next one. Only 2 people between N and R. 2 people between N and R. In this one, 1, 2, R must be at this place. 2 people between N and R. In this case, 1, 2, R can be on the 6th floor. R can be either on the 4th floor or on the 6th floor. The one who likes Poppy lives on one of the odd number floors below R. Below R means in this one, Poppy can be either 3rd or 1st. And this Poppy is on 1 or 3. In this one also below R, Poppy can be either 1 or 3, isn't it? But whereas any information here, Poppy does not live on the lowermost floor. Hence Poppy 1st floor is ruled out. And this Poppy will be on the 3rd floor. And this Poppio will be on the 3rd floor. and only 3 people live between the one who likes Popio and the one who likes Mermaid. Popio and Mermaid exactly 3 persons. As Popio is on the 3rd and 1, 2, 3 Mermaid must be on the 7th floor. And similarly here Popio on the 3rd and Mermaid must be on the 7th floor. Isn't it? 3 persons in between this. And next one. S lives on one of the even number floors below the one who likes Mermaid. Hence S can be below this one. S can be, in this case, S can be 6 or S can be 4 or 2. 6, 4 or 2. Isn't it? Now S lives on one of the even number floors below the one who likes Mermaid. Now in this one also S can be either S. Now here S cannot be, S lives on one of the even number floors. Here S cannot be on the 6th floor because R is already here. Hence S must be either on the 2nd floor or on the 4th floor. And similarly here S can be on the 2nd floor or the 6th floor. In the second case S is on 2 or 6, and in the first case S will be 2 or 4. Then the one who likes Dexter lives immediately below S. Dexter is immediately below S. Now earlier we had discussed S can be 2 or 4. If S is at this place 4, then Dexter must be on the 3rd floor, which is not possible. Hence S cannot be on the 4th one, hence S must be on the 2nd. If S is here, Dexter must be on the 1st one. Then coming to this one here, if S is on the 6th floor, then Dexter must be on the 5th floor, which is not possible. Hence S cannot be on the 6th one, cannot be 4, S must be here. If S is here, then Dexter must be on the 1st floor. And only 2 people live between Dexter and Aladdin. Dexter and Aladdin exactly 2 persons. Dexter is here, hence Aladdin must be on the 4th. Similarly here also Aladdin must be on the 4th floor. Then the one who likes Spikes lives immediately above P. Immediately above P, who is that person? Spikes. Spikes is immediately above P. P and Spikes must be like this, isn't it? And P and Spikes, then can P be here? No, if P is on the 7th floor, then Spikes must be on the 8th floor, which is not possible. And similarly P cannot be here. Can P be here? If P is here, then Spikes can be on the 8th floor, isn't it? Then what is the other possibility here? P can be on the 1st floor as well. Any information left over here? S lives on one of the even number floors below the one who likes Mermaid. The one who likes Dexter lives immediately below S. Only 2 people between Dexter and Aladdin. M lives immediately above the one who likes Aladdin. M is immediately above the one who likes Aladdin. M must be here. If M is here, now let us check out for P. P cannot be here, and P cannot be here. If P is here, then Spikes cannot be on the 5th floor. Then what is the only thing left over here? P is at the 1st floor and Spikes is on the 2nd floor. And coming to this one, whatever this M here, M is immediately above Aladdin. M must be here. If M is here and P cannot be here, if P is here, then Spikes must be on the 7th floor, not possible. And P cannot be here as well. If P is on the 3rd floor, Spikes must be on the 4th floor. And here again, P is here and Spikes must be here. Now if you observe here, both the possibilities are continuing till the end, isn't it? And O likes neither Popio nor May. No. Whatever this O, neither Popio nor Mermaid. Hence O cannot be here. Hence O must be on the 4th floor. Now in this one, O must be on the 6th floor, isn't it? Then O does not like Flintstone. Finally, what is left over here? Flintstone is here. And here in this one, Flintstone is here. Then who is the person left over here? The person MNOPQRS. MNOPQ must be on the 7th floor. And similarly, Q must be here. But yes, what is the last information? Who does not like Flintstone? In this case, O is liking Flintstone. And this is completely ruled out. Clear now? Hence, whenever you come across this floor arrangement, always starts from the center and left hand side, right hand side, simultaneously work out these two. Because if you observe here, what happens in this case? At the last statement, one of the case is being invalid. But whereas, okay, unfortunately, if you have started with this case, then what happens? After 15 minutes, you can able to determine that this is not the case. Okay, at that time you cannot start with the new one, and at the same time you cannot concentrate on this one as well. There you will get confused. Hence, always start with these two simultaneously. Okay. Now this is about question numbers 87 to 91. Done with this? Now let us start with the questions. 87 to 91. 87. Which of the following statements is true with respect to the given arrangement? S lives on floor number 4. S is on floor number 4 is ruled out. And P likes Dexter. Now P likes Dexter, definitely true or not? S definitely true, that is choice 3. Question number 87. Then question number 83. 83. If all the people are made to sit in alphabetical order from top to bottom, alphabetical order from top to bottom, the position of harmony will remain unchanged. Top to bottom alphabetical, this is P, Q, R, S, T, U, V. Now in this one, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V. Is any person remain in the same place? No. Then what is your answer here? None. None, that is given in choice 5. 88. Then question number 89. Now in this 89, which of the following combinations is true with respect to the given arrangement? Now combination. Tweety M is definitely true, isn't it? Hence choice 1 is the answer, 89. Then coming to question number 90, which of the following cartoon characters does Q like? Now this Q likes which one? Q likes mermaid, that is given in choice 3. Then question number 91. Who among the following lives on floor number 2? Who is that person here? S. Spikes. The one who likes Spike, that is given in choice 5. Question number 91, it is choice 5 is the answer. Now this is about question numbers 87 to 91. Then 92 to 96. Now in this 92 to 96, what is the information here? 92 syllogisms. Now in this syllogisms, question number 92, some penalties are fines, some of the penalties are fines, no fine is a charge, no fine is charge, all charges are duties. All the charges are what? All charges are duties. Now this is the basic diagram. First one, some charges are penalties. Some charges are penalties is false. No duty is a fine. No duty is a fine is definitely true. Now basic diagram, negative conclusion true. In order to make this one false, now we should go for what? Alternate diagram. What is the alternate diagram here? Some duties are fine. Some duties are fine. Some duties are fine. Now tell me whether I can represent my duty like this or not. Yes. Hence alternate diagram proven. Previous conclusion will be false. Hence neither one nor two, it is choice 1. Question number 92, it is choice 1. Then 93. Now in this question number 93, some ends are starts. Some of the ends are starts. And all beginnings are starts. All these beginnings are what? Starts. And all ends are finishes. All beginnings are starts. All beginnings are starts, isn't it? Some ends are starts. Now these are the ends which are starts. Some ends are starts. And all beginnings are starts. All these beginnings. All beginnings are starts. All ends are finishes. All these ends are what? All ends are finishes. Then with the help of this one, no finish is beginning. No finish is beginning, definitely true or not? As of now it is true. All beginnings are ends is a possibility. Now the first one is what? First one is a negative conclusion. Hence let us finalize this one. No finish is beginning. Now tell me whether I can represent like this or not. Some finishes are beginnings. And some finishes are beginnings, and the first conclusion definitely false. Then coming to the second one, all beginnings are ends is a possibility. All beginnings are ends is a possibility. As all the statements are affirmative, take it as a single diagram, or else bring this beginning to at this place. Isn't it? Hence what happened to this one? It is possible. Only conclusion 2 follows, that is choice 2. Then question number 93. Now in this 93, no form is shape. No form is shape. Next, all forms are pictures. All these forms are pictures. And all shapes are pictures is a possibility. All shapes are pictures. Is it possible or not? Yes, it is possible. Possible. Second one, all pictures are forms. All pictures are forms is false. All forms are pictures is true. All pictures are forms is false. Then coming to the first one, all shapes are pictures is a possibility. All shapes are pictures means this shape. Now tell me whether I can draw a shape like this or not. Yes. Hence it is possible. Hence only conclusion 1 is true. Choice 1 is the answer. Now question number 95. Now in this question number 95, some ends are starts. These are the ends which are starts. Some ends are starts. All beginnings are what? All beginnings are starts. All these beginnings are starts. And all ends are finishes. All these ends are finishes. Then some finishes are starts. Some finishes are starts, definitely true. Some finishes are starts. Some starts are not end. Some of the starts are not end, definitely true or not? Yes, definitely. Because these are the starts which are not ends. All these are the starts except this region. Except this region, the entire region belongs to S, which are not ends. Some starts are. Now in order to make this one false, now I should prove all starts are ends. All starts are ends means now let us draw a single diagram for this one, isn't it? If you draw a single diagram here, S equals to E, and this will be false. Alternate diagram proven, previous conclusion will be false, and so only conclusion 1 is true. Only conclusion 1, it is given in choice 1. 94. 94 or 95? 95. Then 96. Now question number 96. All numbers are alphabets. All these numbers are what? All numbers are alphabets. All digits are numbers. All digits are numbers. All numbers are alphabets. No letter is a number. No letter is a number. No letter is a number. Then no letter is a digit. No letter is a digit will definitely be true. All digits are alphabets. All digits are alphabets is definitely false. As no letter is a digit is true. All digits are alphabets. All digits are alphabets is definitely true. All digits are alphabets, isn't it? Now these are the digits and these are the alphabets. All digits are alphabets, definitely true. Then coming to the first one, no letter is a digit. Now this is what? No letter is a digit. This is a negative conclusion. In order to make this one false, now we should draw an alternate diagram by proving its complementary pair, that is some letters are digits. Some letters are digit. Is it possible to draw letter and digit like this? No. If you draw letter like this, then what happens here? Alternate statement will be invalid. As the statement is invalid, alternate diagram cannot be drawn. Previous conclusion will be true forever. As previous conclusion is true, both the conclusions followed, it is given in choice 3. Question number 96, it is choice 3 is the answer. Then 97 to 99. Now in this question numbers 97 to 99, M is the sister of whom? M is the sister of P. Now this M is the sister of P can be represented like this. P is married to J, P and J are married couple, and L is the mother of J, L is the mother of J, L is the mother of J, and L has only 2 sons. This L is having only 2 sons and no daughter. That means J is one of the son. No daughters, one more son is also there. L has only 2 sons and no daughter. T is married to L. As L is a female, T is married to L means T is a male. M is married to G. M is a female. M is married to Z, hence G is a male. M is married to G. S is the son of G. S is the son of G. And D is the daughter of P. Now this D is the daughter of P, J is a male and P is a female, D is the daughter of P. This is how this D will be. How is P related to T? How is this P related to T here? P. Now T's son is J, son's wife, daughter-in-law. Daughter-in-law, that is choice 4. Question number 97, choice 4. 98. How is M related to D? How is M related to D here? D is mother, mother's sister. Mother's sister is aunt. Aunt, that is given in choice 4. Then question number 99. Now in this 99, how is S related to D? S and D. D is mother is P, mother's sister is M, mother's sister, that means parents sibling. Mother's sister is aunt, aunt's son is cousin. Cousin, it is given in choice 4. Now this is about question number 99, choice 4 is the answer. Then finally question number 100, and it is based on directions. A is 40 meters to the south of point B. A is 40 meters to the south of what? South of point B. B is here. A is 40 meters. Now this A is 40 meters to the south of point B. South of point B. C is 20 meters to the east of A. C is 20 meters to the east of A. D is 10 meters to the south of C. D is 10 meters to the south of. D is 10 meters to the south of what? South of C. D is 10 meters to the south of C. D is exactly midway between E and F. D is exactly midway between what? E and F, in such a manner that EDF forms a horizontal straight line of 40. EDF formed, and E is to the west of D. As E is to the west of D, now E to D 20, and D to F how much? Another 20. Hence EDF forms a straight line of 40 meters, isn't it? How far and in which direction is point E from point B? Now from point B, if you check out here, now this is 20 towards east and this is 20 towards west. Then what happened to this one? Now between these two, the horizontal distance has become nullified. 20 minus 20, 0. Now we are left with only the vertical distance. Then what is the distance between these two? Now this is 40 towards south. Now this is equal to this 10. Hence 40 plus 10. 40 plus 10 is so much? 40 plus 10, that is 50. Hence in total finally 50 meters. Towards which direction? Towards south. 40 meters south, and it is given in choice 4. 50 meters south, it is given in choice 4. 40 plus 10, 50 towards south, choice 4. Done with this one. This is about question number 66 to 100 and of paper number 14260. Yes.